Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So we're back today, and we're going to try this introduction thing again. I'm one of your co-hosts, Khalil, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Khalil_Deadpool, and it's also on the layout if you're watching this on, YouTube. I'm also joined by.
Hi. I'm Alon. You can find me on Instagram. I haven't changed my username in a while. It's still the same. Alon.s120, but I think that might be in the description too. So
It should be.
Yeah, that's that.
That's great. So, we have
quite a few things to talk about today.
Large amount of topics, yes. I'm just trying to fix a charge right now. We do have a large amount of topics. So the first topic, if I'm not mistaken, is a recent casting announcement for the MCU and for the Hawkeye TV show on Disney Plus in particular. And that is the potential and most likely casting of Kate Bishop. So
who's Kate Bishop?
Who is she in the comics, or who's playing her?
Who is she in the comics?
So in the comics, Kate Bishop is the trainee of Hawkeye, or Hawkeye's trainee, the person who Hawkeye trains, or however you want to say it. Yeah. So that's who she is in the comics. And so, despite people's belief, she isn't actually his daughter, which some people thought from Endgame, including myself, to be fair. But it's not true. So, okay, so Haley Steinfeld has been cast to play her, which is good, I think.
You've seen Bumblebee, so you would know how she...
Haven't you seen Bumblebee?
No.
Well, that's a problem. Yeah, so in Bumblebee, she was phenomenal. Like, honestly, she was amazing. Like, I've seen actually a bunch of her recently, like this summer, including Edge of 17, True Grit. You've seen True Grit, right? I assume?
Yeah.
So she was the girl in True Grit. I mean, sure, that was her a long time ago, but still. That is who she is. And, I mean, honestly, I'm excited for this. I mean, sure, I wanted her to be Batgirl, but, we'll get what we get. We'll take what we get, right?
What you see is what you get.
And so she's only been offered this role, and it hasn't been official, but, it's pretty cool. Although I did, and there should be a video of me kind of like talking about this coming out at some point later. It's made, it's just I haven't uploaded it yet. Where people have been complaining that Kate Bishop is supposed to be Asian. Now this is the same.
Here come the SJW.
So first of all, she isn't. Just A.
Here comes
B,
the SJW.
and I think this is kind of something important to talk about. Is I know, sure, you want her to be Asian. I'm not saying it's bad to have Asian representation or make characters who aren't inherently Asian or typically Asian.
Is Shang-Chi a joke to you, Marvel fans?
But
you are getting representation with Shang-Chi.
I am saying that.
Yeah, Marvel SJW
they
fans.
Shouldn't be.
Marvel SJW
some
fans,
characters
you're getting SJW characters
true to themselves.
You should be grateful.
And
all these Marvel SJW, you should be grateful that you're getting a bunch of SJW characters.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can hear you for a second. So, what I was saying before about her, sometimes you're going to make characters who aren't inherently Asian or typically Asian, and sometimes you can do that, and that works, and you can do that for other characters of other races and stuff like that. That works. But
Marvel fans should be grateful for Phase 4 because they're getting a whole bunch of SJW characters.
Okay, let's not call them SJW characters, but yes, you're getting diversity of characters, but at the same time, you do need to keep some characters faithful to comics.
Keep them original.
And it's even the whole thing about why do we have to cast a Jewish actor as Moon Knight? Well, it's kind of important to his character, so why not? Is it going to harm you if that actor is really good at their job and they put on a really good performance and they're Jewish and they look for someone?
What matters most is how they perform as actors, not the race or sexuality.
Sometimes I think Black Panther, for example, we can't have some white guy do that because it doesn't work well at all with the character. And so we aren't going to go completely Scarlett Johansson here and say, I can play whoever I want to play because I'm a good actress. we're not going to go that far. But at the same time as that, there is a balance in these. And even those people who said Ronan should have been Asian, and I'm like, no, but Hawkeye is Ronan in the comics too. It's not like they're changing this or whatever. So I think it's unnecessary, like. And I mean, it's always good to have diversity, and I'm not going to be saying diversity is like this terrible thing because it, frankly, isn't a bad thing. But at the same time, it needs to be.
Forced diversity isn't good, but like diversity is not bad at all.
No, diversity is necessary, and it is like cool to see like different types of people,
different kinds of people from all different ethnicities and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and so I think sometimes you just got to say, okay, this character isn't meant to be Asian, and so Marvel's has a free range, and they're choosing the best actor job, and it's not like they're saying, oh, we're gonna cast a male, because that wouldn't work because her character is female, right? And so I mean, it's a delicate balance for sure, but I think Marvel has hit that balance, and so I think it's good,
Yeah.
Do you really have anything else to say on Kate Bishop? And are you excited for the Hawkeye show, by the way?
Still undecided.
You're still undecided.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I know you liked Ronan, so.
They should make it. If it was Ronan, that'd be pretty solid, but.
It is, though.
Is it? Like R-rated violence Ronan?
It'll be as violent as you can get with PG-13.
Oh, God.
Okay, can we just we're gonna have one day we're gonna have to do a topic about PG-13 and R violence, how it isn't. Like, look, okay, Mission Impossible, James Bond, none of those are R.
They're all PG-13.
And are they good?
They're very good. Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne, I don't know if that's R or not.
It's PG-13.
There you go. Is that bad? It's not
Jason
bad.
Bourne's the best spy franchise ever.
See? Does it have to be R to be good?
No.
So, could this be good?
Maybe. But for me, rated R just makes it a little bit better. Like, the
I
rating
think
doesn't affect, like, John Wick is, like, hardcore rated R. So that just lifts it up a little bit.
But there are some bad rated R movies, too. So,
Yeah. Not Deadpool.
Logan's also good.
Logan.
Yeah.
The best Marvel movie.
Well, yeah, I could say that. So let's kind of, speaking of the best Marvel movie, I don't know how this has anything to do with the best Marvel movie.
Wow.
This actually has the exact opposite of the Marvel. Speaking of something that doesn't have anything to do with the best Marvel movie, there we go. Segue. James Gunn's Suicide Squad is a movie. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think we've gone over that a couple of times.
Yeah, it exists. It's really happening, and it will not include the Joker, hopefully, because I've had my fill of the Joker.
Just imagine there's like a secret nobody knows about that's gonna be the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. That'd be kind of awesome.
I'm willing to bet that won't happen because during the press conference he said Joaquin Phoenix has no plans to appear in any other DC movie, but
he's the Joker.
And if I can find the clip, I'll send it to you. But of course, anything's possible.
Later in this podcast, you're gonna be talking about Joker.
Well, kind of. I've already uploaded a non-spoiler review.
Yeah.
I'll kind of talk about it here. But once you see it, then we'll do a proper, in-depth kind of talk about it.
All right.
And it is a amazing movie. But let's not talk about that because we're talking about Suicide Squad and James Gunn's Suicide Squad more specifically.
Who directed the first one?
Well, who directed it or who went in and re-edited it? Those are two different people.
Who directed?
David Ayer, I believe, directed the first one, unless I'm, being dumb. Yes, it was David Ayer. But, technically, it wasn't his vision, because DC sent a music video company, or a trailer editing company, who edited the trailer to actually go and re-edit the entire movie.
Wow.
And that's why it looks like a trailer, or a music video, or a bit of both.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to read it? Do you want to read out this I'll go through the cast list, I'll read it out, and you can kind of just say either...
Idris Elba!
Yeah, you can do... Yeah, you do that, basically. So, we've got David Dastmalchian.
Nathan Fillion, the rookie.
Wait, who is... Okay, I'm gonna look this guy up, because...
Nathan Fillion is in
okay,
the show I watched.
Yeah, I know who Nathan Fillion is. He's Canadian.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna figure out who this guy is. Okay. So, this is a good idea. Oh, so I was right. Okay, I love being right, you know? Don't you just love it when you're right, you know?
Exactly.
I knew his name sounded familiar. So, David Dalchemian, or whoever he is, he was actually that dude in Ant-Man. Now you're gonna ask me which dude, right?
Exactly.
So I will now tell you. He was Kurt. He was one of the people. He was the one of the truth serum people who was working. He was with Luis. He's worked with Luis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His name's Kurt.
Kurt.
I'll show you a picture of him, and you'll know who he is. I'm just gonna send you his picture right now, and then you'll know who he is. So yeah, that's who he is. So he's Kurt from Ant-Man and the Wasp and Ant-Man 1. Do you notice?
Yeah.
Do you know who he is now? Does he look familiar?
Yeah, he was in a few episodes of MacGyver.
I think that could be very possibly true. Yes, it is.
Yeah, he was in a couple MacGyver episodes.
Yeah, so that's who the first person is, and he's gonna be playing an unknown person. I still feel like I think he's playing Polka Dot Man. That's just me though, so you know. Then we have Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, the rookie.
He's a Canadian, which is great. Nathan Fillion. I'm gonna see what else he's done because I don't know what else he's done.
He's in this real good TV show called.
So he was actually in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He was.
And who was he? Let's find out.
It was a tiny role.
Nathan Fillion. He was a monstrous inmate.
Yeah.
Who knew? I mean, no one knew.
Yeah, it was a small role. Wasn't too.
So clearly James Gunn, and you'll see that theme come up quite a bit. Oh, and he was in Volume 2. What?
Yeah.
For a small role, he really Anyways, you're going to see a lot of James Gunn saying, "Hey, you were in Guardians. Why don't you come help me here?" And he was Simon Williams in Guardians 2. So he was two different characters. Oh my God, that means Guardians 1's out of continuity because Guardians 2 is someone else. No. It's just because people say, you know. So yeah, that's who he is. Now, let's go on to the next person. We have Sean Gunn. Do you know who Sean Gunn is?
James Gunn's brother.
Whoa. How'd you figure that out?
Last name.
Oh, okay. So he mocaps Rocket Raccoon, while Bradley Cooper voices Rocket Raccoon. Yeah. So, he exists, and he's in the movie. I'm assuming he's mocapping King Shark, I would assume. Then we have someone who I think could be voicing King Shark, Taika Waititi.
Who mocap Korg.
He voiced Korg, actually.
He voiced Korg in Endgame, too, didn't
he? Voiced Korg in everything Korg has been in. And he also directed a bunch of movies, including Jojo Rabbit. He also voiced Hitler. That's something
he did?
In Jojo Rabbit, yeah. And that's not something everyone can put on their resume, so, you know. Yeah, he voiced Hitler and a rock monster. He also directed a bunch of movies, and he's going to be voicing IG-88 in the TV show on Disney Plus called The Mandalorian. You might have heard of that. It's a Star Wars show. That was a joke. Of course you've heard. It's a Star Wars show. Now, in case you haven't realized yet, I'm stalling for time because I'm trying to look up this next person. So next we have this person who I can't even spell the name of, Daniela Melchior. Now, who could she be? Daniela. She's Portuguese. Okay, and I don't know if she's ever been in a movie before.
First movie of her career.
She has an IMDb page, so there's that. So she's confirmed to be Ratcatcher because they have a Suicide Squad page for some unknown reason, which confirms her to be Ratcatcher, and Steve Agee to be King Shark, and David Datchelman. He was the guy you're talking about. Do you know who he's rumored to be?
Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to go back to his name because I really Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man.
Now, who does Fleur Borg play? This is a conundrum. Anyways, that's not the point right now because we're not there yet. So she's rumored to be Ratcatcher. Did you know Ratcatcher's a character in this movie?
I didn't even know who Ratcatcher was ago.
That means you didn't watch my video about the rumored characters, and now I'm offended. My God. But yeah, so Ratcatcher. I think Ratcatcher's been in a grand total of one movie.
One DC movie?
No, not movie. Sorry, one DC TV one DC comic. I can't say anything. Yeah, one DC comic, if I'm not mistaken. I could check for you, though. Ratcatcher. I'm pretty sure Ratcatcher's only been in one DC comic ever. So, let's see. Can we get some appearances here? So, one episode of Batman Beyond, and apparently was a boss in Batman Dark Tomorrow, and his gloves, his gear and his mask can be seen in Batman Arkham Asylum, the animated movie. And
the animated movie. Why not the video game? Come on.
And he was in Arkham City. He's referenced in Arkham City. Yes, the video game. And in the Arkham Knight comic Genesis, he is someone who Jason Todd electrified to death. So that will help you sleep well at night. Yes, Ratcatcher, because Ratcatcher, and I'm going to read you a quote from this wiki page, even though Flanagan isn't the most devious or powerful of Batman's rogue galleries, nor is he considered as insane, his gas mask and vermin control gear has allowed him to be a worthy villain in the criminal underground. So yeah, and Ratcatcher was protected by the homeless community. Okay.
Fair enough.
So Ratcatcher apparently exists. Okay. And I mean, So next, ready for the next character? Because we talked a little bit about... No, not yet.
Heck.
Viola Davis.
From Widows and How to Get Away with Murder.
And, the first Suicide Squad. But, who's counting? It's not like we're talking about Suicide Squad. She was in the first one as, Amanda Waller, but...
Is she going to be Amanda Waller in the second one?
I would assume so, yes.
Yeah.
Then we have... Okay, I need to cue up the music for this one. Because it's like that thing, right? It's da-da-da.
Da-da.
John Cena. Okay.
No, I was going to sing Rambo. Rambo.
Right.
I've been so hooked on Rambo for the past
it comes out
week
soon,
that it's just the only thing. Rocky Balboa.
Yeah. No, John Cena. Do-do-do.
Da-da-da.
Yeah, let's see if I have time. If I'm not lazy, and then I'll edit that in. I probably get lazy and won't do that, but just pretend it's there, Just insert sound effect here. So John Cena. Now, John Cena is rumored to be playing Peacemaker. Yes, Peacemaker is a villain.
The irony.
Yeah, I know, right?
Very ironic.
So, do you want me to read you a bit about how many comics Peacemaker's been in?
1.
No, I think he's been in 2.
2.
I'm going to check right now. Let's see. Okay. Then don't give me, a wiki page, and I'll type it in. Stupid internet. This internet is so bad.
Heck.
I don't like internet. Fine, I'll put in DC2. How many Peacemakers can there be? And of course, this isn't even going to give me a Peacemaker. Okay, he did have a comic called Peacemaker. 2 volumes of comics, apparently. So is he well known? No. But should he be? Probably. He looks weird. He looks like an Eternal.
Eternal?
Or a New God or something like that. I don't think he's that powerful. But, okay, I found something on him. Apparently he's a good guy. But so he has... Can we get you I'm going to answer the question that you asked. How many comics he's been in. So he has been in 78 comics. So he's had
quite a lot.
So, and apparently he's a good guy too. So Peacemaker, Christopher Smith is a peace agent, and his motives are driven by an extremist form of pacifism, which makes him love peace so much he would kill for it. Oh, the irony. And he's a soldier, so kind of like Captain America, So okay. That's driving me nuts now. The irony in his thing, Matt. I wonder how they do this. Now, I could see John Cena doing this so easy, and that would be funny to watch John Cena be someone. And John Cena also, who was in Bumblebee, by the way. I should have used Bumblebee as a win. Sad.
For the record, John Cena's also going to be in Fast and Furious 9.
There you go. So yes, John Cena. Now, what do we think about John Cena?
Good wrestler, good actor.
No, I disagree with that second part, but I can agree with the wrestler. I don't know. I don't watch wrestling.
He's going to be good in Fast and Furious 9.
I'm sure he will. Just like how Hobbs and Shaw was the best movie ever. I'm joking about that, by
Very
the way.
good.
Next, we have Joelle Kidman. Now, if his name sounds familiar, it should. He was Rick Flag in the first movie, and he'll probably be Rick Flag again.
Role reprisal.
Yeah. There's only a few of those. Either the majority of his cast is from the first movie and Guardians of the Galaxy combined, Juan Diego Boto I feel like it was really racist there saying his name.
Sounds like a Spanish name.
Yes, it does. Okay, let's go look at who this Juan guy is. Juan Diego. Okay, so he is an Argentinian Spanish actor, and he has done a few things. I'm trying to see if there's anything, known. He did Zorro, the TV show.
Yeah.
I don't recognize anything on here, and if I don't recognize anything on here, he did 2004 Roma, but yeah, he hasn't done anything worth mentioning. A lot of it's Spanish stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
Next, we have Alice Braga. Not Braga, or maybe it is Braga, I'm not sure. Let's see what she's done. So she's Brazilian, and she was in I Am Legend. She's supposed to be in New Mutants, but that'll never come out, so she's free.
Exactly.
She's in Predators. She was in that movie about the dude, Usilum, whatever it's called. Come on, tell me. It's that 2013 one. I just can't say it. Bad right now. The Neil Blomkamp movie. Matt Damon. Neil Blomkamp. Come on.
Adjustment Bureau.
Jodie Foster.
Adjustment Bureau. Great Wall. Not The Departed.
Send it to
Not a Jason Bourne movie.
No. Neil Blomkamp. I just can't say that.
Wait.
Did you see it?
Elysium.
Elysium. That's the one. Yes.
Before.
Yeah. I remember when it came out. I remember seeing posters, but ever since that one, so yeah, she exists and she's done a few things. Apparently, she's in New Mutants too, but that's never come out, so she's cool. Next is Peter Capaldi. I'm just gonna see if he's on that main cast thing. Yeah, he is. Okay, great. He was in Doctor Who. He was in Paddington. He was in Christopher Robin, as Rabbit. He was in a few other things as well. Yeah, so that's who he is. He won an Oscar.
For what?
Best short film live action. Never mind. I was going to say he did something, and then I was like, oh, never mind. It's a short film. So yeah, he exists. Next, we have Idris Alba.
Hey!
Idris Alba we have no clue who he is because apparently he's not Deadshot, so...
Good, make it more interesting by not knowing who he is.
Can we make him Superman, please, please, please do it, I don't care, make him bad Superman.
It'll be such a funny Hobbs and Shaw reference.
No, not a Hobbs and Shaw reference.
Black Superman.
I'm Black Superman.
Look at me, I'm Black Superman. It'll be such a funny reference.
That was such a perfect Idris Alba accent.
Look at me, I'm Black Superman.
My God, that's really good, actually.
No, it'll be funny if they cast him because he said in Hobbs and Shaw he's Black Superman, and then he literally does it in Suicide Squad 2.
Now, who do you think he could be? Because I feel like he's going to be a main cast, because you don't get someone like Idris Alba to kill him off, like, right away.
Probably going to mocap that Gator dude.
King Shark?
Yeah.
No,
Bro, who's the Gator dude?
Gator dude? I don't know if there's a Gator dude in this movie.
Or Crocodile Man, or whatever his name is.
No, Killer Croc is in this movie.
Oh, never mind, I don't know that.
Also, I personally don't think you get Idris Alba to mocap. I think you get Idris Alba to be Idris Alba. Now, it would be great if he was the villain, maybe some sort of warlord gangster. Just saying, make him a warlord gangster, because Idris Alba is meant to be a bad guy.
Exactly. He was the perfect villain of Hobbs and Shaw.
And then we have Jai Courtney. That was terrible Australian. Yeah. And he, of course, if his name sounds familiar, it should, because he's Captain Boomerang. So we're getting Captain Boomerang back. Yay. Next, Mei Ling Ning. Who's she? We're about to find out. Mei Ling Ning. Okay, so apparently she exists. She was in Wonder Woman. Who was she? I'm willing to bet not a main character. Mei Ling. She was Orana. Who's that? Good question. Wait a second. Wait, hold on. It's all coming back to me now. If this Orana person is a villain, wait, do you think she's playing Orana in this thing?
I don't know.
Okay, so listen to this thing about Orana. In the comics, Orana is usually the rival of Diana on Themyscira. Orana wears the Wonder Woman title and costume. After beating Diana becomes Wonder Woman herself. Who does that sound like to you? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know.
Killmonger.
Oh, okay.
So, now, do you think she could be Orana in this, too?
I don't know.
Because she maybe...
I don't know. I don't know enough about this to make enough comment.
But do you think they would do something? Like, do you think they're still holding on to that whole shared universe idea? and gonna still say, hey, why not? Like, let's just make her Orana. Because that could work, because she's here set up to be a villain. I'm reading this stuff about her, and you could kind of put her under that Artemis role, because she took it over on once. And, I mean, I, honestly, if they do that, that'll kind of I think what they do with her will decide. It would be cool, though, if they kind of did her and then just killed her off. Like, kind of say, hey, she's Orana. Look, it's all connected, and then killed her off. I like that idea. But yeah, I mean, she's in this movie, so there's a fun fact of the day, Next, we have Storm Reed. Do you know who she is?
Heard them before.
Good, you should have. She's been in a lot of movies, actually, recently. She was in the HBO series Euphoria as Gia. She also has done other things, including A Wrinkle in Time. She was the main character. She was in 12 Years a Slave.
That was a good movie. She
was in Don't Let Go. She's going to be in The Invisible Man. Her biggest role, I think, would be Meg in A Wrinkle in Time. But she's been in a bunch of other things as well, so there's that. And she's set to be, according to rumors, Idris Elba's character's daughter. People thought originally...
Brixton has a daughter.
So yeah, she's set to be that. I'm interested to see this. I'm excited to see this as well. I think she's a good actress, so, Next, we have Steve Agee. Now, this is the dude who I said before is set to play King Shark in some way. Maybe it's mocap. I would assume you get Sean Gunn for the mocap because it's his thing. Animal mocap is kind of Sean Gunn's thing, but, and maybe this dude's going to be voicing, but then why would you get Taika Waititi? I don't know. Okay, I have a question. Would you get Taika Waititi for something besides, for actual acting and not mocap, just out of curiosity?
I don't know.
I personally at least wouldn't. I would personally, I feel like Taika Waititi's core and what IG-88 will be his mocap roles, And he's good as mocap. I don't know. I think that's weird, but maybe that's just... so Steve Agee, and of course these could be wrong because none of these also, the casting names are, but who they're playing isn't. Then you have Julio Ruiz. Oh wait, do you want to talk about do you want to see what Steve Agee's done while we're on him? So he was Jeff in Guardians Volume 2. Lots
of people from Guardians of the Galaxy.
And the other Suicide Squad. I think they're about a good half or 3/4 of the cast. He was also in Brightburn as EJ. But yeah, he was Jeff. Except not spelled Jeff. It was spelled Gef. So yeah. Now, do you want to go into the next person? We have
Pete Davidson.
Not yet. No.
Yeah.
I don't think he's on this list. Oh yeah, he is. Never mind. I'm wrong. We have Julio Ruzzi or something like that. Now, what has he done? I don't know. Julio Ruiz. And
Spanish for sure.
Yes. He is... Oh, he's Texan. Okay. Don Julio.
Margot Robbie, obviously.
Yeah, so he's done nothing. Yeah. Then, yes, we have Margot Robbie, Harlequin next. So what do you think about... Yes, Sharon Tate. So what do you think about her being Harley Quinn? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, it's good that she's coming back. It's all right, but it's gonna be pretty cool seeing her again.
Okay, so you're okay with that, and you don't think it's too much Harley Quinn?
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So next we have Joaquin Cosio. There's a lot of Mexican actors, which makes me think maybe it's gonna be about a drug cartel in Mexico. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because okay. Do you get a bunch of Mexican and Mexican-esque South American Texas, these people, and don't do something in, South America or Mexico? I feel like that's, and it's perfect, doing some sort of, South American or Mexican drug smuggling kind of Sicario style,
Sicario, Sniper,
so,
what else? Yeah.
By the way, this dude here is in Rambo Last Blood.
Hey!
And he will be playing...
He's probably a cartel leader. He's probably that cartel leader in the trailers.
I think he is a cartel leader. I'm going to find his... So he isn't casted as anybody, but he is in the top build cast. But then so is a guy named Jimmy's. Then we have Fleur Boer. Who's Fleur Boer, you may ask, and why am I so excited about him being in this movie? Well, he is in Pitch Perfect 2 as Peter Kramer. He is Ernest in Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's maybe in Wreck-It Ralph 2. He's Hamlet, whatever the last name is, in The Good Place. But he just seems cool. And he's Hans in Ferdinand. So, now, I don't know why I'm excited for him. And this dude, fun fact, is a German. Now, why am I excited for him? Again, I have no clue. His name just sounds cool, and he looks like he's someone who's fun. And everyone got excited about him.
Kawhi Leonard, I'm a really fun guy.
Exactly, yeah.
He's a fun guy.
And he's a traitor. No, whatever. Right? Next, we have, take a guess. You said his name already.
Pete Davidson.
Yeah. I don't know if you're looking at the list or not, or if that was just a good guess.
He's just such a bad comedian.
Don't worry, it's James Gunn. He's probably going to die.
He's probably going to be funny in this one.
So, Pete Davidson was in Angry Birds 2. Let's see who he was quickly. Pete Davidson. Pete. Where's my Pete? Pete. Where's Pete? Where's Pete? Can't find Pete. Okay.
He's dating Margaret Qualley, who he can one a time in home.
Really? Now, I don't know if this is just me, but isn't he a bit older?
I don't know. Let's see how old is.
He was Jerry in thing. He was born in 1993, so how old does that make him?
He's 25.
Oh, okay.
And Margaret Qualley is 24.
Okay, never mind. I thought he was much older, but Okay, so Pete Davidson exists, and he's probably going to die, but it's okay. So then we have Tina Shikadzi, and I'm going to mess up all these names because I don't do names very well. Or speaking very well, but whatever. Okay, let's see who she's done. So she is a Zimbabwe actress from the United Kingdom or something like that. I don't know anything she's done. Then we have Jennifer Holland and Michael Rooker, because I'm going to try to finish this up because I just realized how long this has taken us. And it's actually an insane amount of time. People are bored now, so we're going to Michael Rooker. We all know who he is, right? He's Yondu.
I don't know.
So, yeah, Michael Rooker's Yondu, and then Jennifer Holland. I'm just trying to see what she's done, because I know that she exists, but I don't know what she's done. So Jennifer Holland was in Brightburn, American Pie. Oh, she hasn't actually done much. Okay, cool. Yeah. So what do you think about this cast overall?
I don't know.
Are you excited for the movie now?
No, not as much.
Why? This isn't good?
I don't know.
I personally am super excited now, and it's going to be like an R-rated Sicario type movie, so I'm surprised you're not excited.
Does it have the extreme violence that Sicario has? Does it have Brolin and Del Toro?
It's going to be R-rated, and it's got Fillion, and it's got other dude.
Nobody's as good as Benicio and Josh Brolin.
Good point. Dynamic
duo.
I think it'll be a good movie. And I trust James Gunn too. There's that. Next, moving on. Unless you have anything to say about Suicide Squad.
No, not really.
Cool. So I'm excited to hear more about that. Next topic is right. Denzel Washington as Magneto, potentially in the MCU. What do you think?
Terrific move. It's about time Marvel did something good.
Whoa. Hold on. Potential.
It's about time Marvel did something good.
I disagree with that completely, entirely, and 110%. I think Marvel is the greatest, and I think Disney is the greatest, and yeah. So I'm mixed on this.
Why?
Personally, I don't want this to be true.
Why not?
So I was kind of truly hoping. Now I understand the whole person of color thing, and I'm perfectly good with that. But I was kind of hoping they would go younger, and that's why I kept hoping, and also because I kept hoping that they would make John David Washington Professor X. But now that they're making what's his face, Magneto, that we can't have that John David Washington as Professor X won't work, and that's making me sad. Also, I think younger maybe makes a bit more sense than older, just personally, because Denzel is old.
But what don't you guys want another Oscar, like the most talented actor in Hollywood, acting wise?
I would, but I don't want him in that. I wanted younger people in that role, and I wanted him to be in a different role, Because And maybe it's also because I'm kind of still want him to be Silver Surfer, but like I'm good. If this turns out great, I'm good. Like, I mean, I'm all for that, honestly. And maybe make John David Washington Silver Surfer, and then you make me happy, right? No, you do that. Like,
Possibly.
that'll work. I'll be happy. And I'm good with Denzel as thing. He's a good actor. I have no issues with him as Magneto. I think it could be great, but it's kind of hoping they do younger, and then they'd make him like Silver Surfer or even Doctor Doom maybe, because Doctor Doom would be cool. Denzel would be a great Doctor Doom. But here we are, and I'm excited though. To be honest, it could be a really good move. But yeah, kind of hoping for someone younger. If we get to this, then I trust Marvel though, so there's that. If Marvel said we're going to cast the least talented actor or actress in Hollywood, I would be like, cool, you're gonna make them work and do well. So that Marvel has my trust. So, and just it's an FYI, take this with literally the smallest grain of salt you physically can, because it comes from one of the least reliable sources on the internet. So there's that.
Still work if Denzel Washington was really casted.
I think it could be good. Yeah. Would you be excited for the X-Men movies? I mean, you would probably anyways, but would you if he was Magneto?
Yes, Denzel Washington, obviously.
And now, what if they were to give Magneto a TV series as well?
With Denzel?
Yeah.
Instantly, I'd watch it.
Would you get Disney Plus?
Maybe.
Damn it.
Just for that, and then sign out immediately.
Or you just keep it and be happy.
There's nothing else for me to watch on Disney Plus except for a theoretical Magneto show.
What about the theoretical everything else? Falcon and Winter Soldier, done by the guy who did John Wick.
Derek.
And he said he's going to use elements of John Wick in the movie, so there's that.
Fortunately, it's not John Wick violence, like knives down dudes' eyes close up and down their head.
Okay, that'll be our big topic for next week. Okay, so, and actually we're going to try to do a bit of that kind of thing. I like this kind of idea of doing a little bit of a controversial-esque topic.
Yeah.
And so I hope I really didn't mess up the topic numbers, because I just might have segued myself into a topic that isn't happening yet. Oh, thank God. I didn't do it. Okay, I'm good. It's all good, don't worry. So, next topic is something, and I want to try to do one of these discussion topics every time we do one of these, if there's not enough news, because I think that's cool. So, discussion topic for this week, and I did kind of put a last-minute poll up in my story, which I'll tell you the results of later when it's relevant. And this was kind of a little bit of a study, and it was something that's been gaining a little bit of popularity. So why not? Let's talk about it. Do you want me to tell you what the topic is?
Yes.
Are you ready? Okay, we're gonna do some drum roll.
100%.
Imaginary drum roll. Okay. Do you like trailers before movies?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Wow, I guess that's an answer.
I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna have to get an actual answer out of you. So let's put it like this. Right now, my poll I put up a little bit late, really late, has only 4 votes, but they're all in favor of it. So I'm just gonna try to see if I can get maybe some responses by the end as to why. But we're gonna wait. We're gonna see. And we're going to put questions. Yes, here we go. Why do you like trailer for the movies? We're going to see kind of what... Okay, cool. So, in the meantime, I'm going to kind of give my thoughts on... I personally think that trailers before the movies are a really, really fun thing, Because there are times where I don't care enough to search out every trailer that exists. I know it's kind of something that I really should do, because it's kind of the purpose of my existence, but still. There are movies I won't look up for the trailers for, and they will, exist, and I will watch them. Yeah, and I personally always come early for movies, so I see all the trailers. Now, the one thing that does peeve me a little bit, is the fact that when sometimes movies will play the same trailer 352,000 times,
That's
which
true.
makes me mad. Like, I loved watching the Endgame trailer. Did I want to watch it 700 times before the same movie? No. And do I want my movie to start 20 minutes later because trailers? No. I want my movie to start because that's another thing that annoys me, like really makes me mad, is when movies don't start at the right time. They always start late.
At the time that they say they're gonna start, doesn't start at those times.
Like, have you ever been to a movie where it starts at the time they say they're going to start the movie?
Actually, yeah.
Really?
In Montreal, not here in Toronto.
that doesn't count. Here, they don't start the damn movie on time. You know?
Exactly.
It really makes me mad. It's like, okay, I'm going to go to a 5:30 showing for an hour movie, right? The movie doesn't actually start till 5:45, so instead of getting out at 6:30, I'm getting out at like 7 o'clock, and it's like, God, it's like, can you just start the damn movie on time? Like, I'm good with trailers, and it really annoys me when that happens, and it's like, do you find that? Does it get annoying when that happens?
So it does get annoying. Like, just start the movie already.
It's like, because I agree. I think 10, 15, 20 maybe trailers before a movie, like from like whenever you open the theater to when the movie starts, that's like a half an hour. You know, you do about a good 15, 20 trailers there. Maybe you do less and then you do something else. Like, you know, they have like their whole pre-show thing.
Yeah.
And time plan stuff. Like, sure, you do that. You do a bunch of trailers and some featurettes and stuff. Cool. I'm good with that. I like that. Like, for example, there's a lot of trailers and movies of smaller movies, right? Which I may not end up watching. And I love watching them. And even other trailers, like watching the Star Wars trailer on the big screen is significantly better than on the smaller screen, you know?
Because it's giving you like a sneak peek of what it's gonna feel like when you go watch it in theaters.
It's especially if you like go to like an IMAX movie or whatever, and you have to see that trailer in IMAX.
That's like the of a trailer. Like,
but
Star
that's
Wars
the thing. It's like
that.
It's even better, and it's like it's maximized for the IMAX screen. It's great. So
Yeah.
I like that. I'm like, if anyone were to get rid of trailers in front of movies, I would be mad because, and also it gives you something to do if you get there before the movie, right? You know. Like, you get there half an hour early, you have nothing to do, so you might as well put on trailers and people could watch them. Like, that is cool. I'm good with that. Even before, like, the original Disney Blu-rays, they had all these trailers and stuff. Like, that made me mad, but, like, that's different, you know? But still, it's like, it really drives me nuts. And so, I mean, I like trailers before movies. Drive me nuts, though, when
They start late.
They start late, or even the original Disney things where the DVD would actually have these unskippable trailers, and you can't actually skip them. And it's not like, oh, well, you're waiting or whatever. It's not waiting. Like, trailers, what they really should be in theaters is a waiting thing. They shouldn't be on home video, A. B, they shouldn't be playing when the movie's supposed to be playing. They're just literally meant to be oh, you're here early. Here's a few trailers of things that are coming to theaters soon. Not, now that you're all here for your movie, let us start the trailers. No, that's stupid, you know? It really makes me mad. Do you have anything you want to rant about movies and movie trailers?
No, I got nothing.
Because I just ranted a lot. So, yeah, that really makes me mad. I mean, I just want theaters to start their movies on time, please, because not all of us want to watch, because, like, that's the thing. I think that's my biggest problem and my biggest pet peeve with, like, Actually, no, I got another pet peeve with movie theaters, you know? You know what the worst thing is?
What?
And it's even happened, like, even at, like, Joker, and even A Beautiful Day, and, like, even the movies are supposed to be a bit higher class of people, you know? Like, not people who don't, like, people who are TIFF and stuff want to be there, right? Mm-hmm. Generally, you aren't there because you're just bored or whatever. You have to be there. You want to be there. But you still have people, and these people are really annoying. It's like those three people who do talk during the movie, you know? And especially things like TIFF where there's no, like, you know, drinking regulation.
Yeah.
Or VIP theaters, I assume it's like that. Is drink, because then you get drunk and you talk. Like, is drink and talk. But, like, that was bad because there were, like, some drunk people at Joker. So I hate talking in movies. That drives me nuts, A. B, those people who completely ignore all the warnings to turn off your phone in the middle of the movie and it rings. in the middle of the damn movie, or you start checking your phone because you're bored, or like looking at the time or whatever. Like people were doing that in like every movie ever. It really makes that as well. Those two, and then the third thing is people who actually walk out of the theater in the middle of the movie.
Like, you paid a lot of money to go. Not a lot of money. You just paid money to go entertain
it is a
yourself.
lot.
Why leave in the middle?
No, but like I couldn't care if they leave, but the way they do, it's like they get up and then take their stuff, or people come in late. That's the other thing. People come in late to movies, and that's even worse. They come in with all their popcorn and like, oh, sorry, so walk in front of you here. Gonna put my popcorn down. Oh, sorry, gotta put this here. I'm trying to watch the damn movie, and these people are putting their stuff in, and they're standing up and like waving their arms, and I'm like, okay, hi, I'm here. I'm trying to watch this movie. I was here on time. Please sit down. And then they're talking, and they're turning off their phones, and they're like, oh, sorry, yeah, okay, you're gonna sit here, right? And those people come in huge groups as well, and they're like, oh, like I'm gonna like, you're gonna sit here, and you'll sit here, and I'm like. There's literally the most suspenseful scene in the movie. There's people walking around. They're like, okay, you're going to sit here, and you're going to sit here. Oh, this is cool. And do you know what's even worse than that? Just kind of reminded me. I'm sorry, I'm going off on this huge tangent rant here. But the people who bring little kids to movies, and then the little kids talk the entire time.
Especially to like, no, but like the thing is, I was watching John Wick Chapter. It was an 18+ movie at Cineplex, and this guy just brings his like 10-year-old son, who's sitting next to me. I was like, what are you doing? You're way too young to watch this movie. You probably know John Wick from Fortnite. Stop talking, damn it.
John Wick isn't from Fortnite. I don't know how people get that.
He's probably one of those kids that thinks John Wick is from Fortnite.
Or the people who took their babies to Deadpool, and they're like, oopsies.
That's so dumb.
And I know.
Why are you bringing your kids to such a gory and violent
That's
movie?
the other thing, okay? Some people are so stupid. It's funny. Or it's just weird. It's like, there were, like, there's a reason movies are rated. They're rated because you're not supposed to put kids in them. And now, there's actually something else which kind of jumps off the rating system thing, but after I finish this little thing. But, like, read the rating. R means no. For little kids, no. It is not a little kid movie. It's not animated people jumping around. No, it's a real people movie. It's like, my God, do you not learn the alphabet? G is good, R is rated R. Like,
it's not for kids, it's for like teenagers age 16 and over and adults.
Actually, that's a good way to kind of segue into my next little rant, because I don't know why I'm getting so fired up at everything right now, but this is like really, I don't know if this is really good or really bad, that I'm getting all fired up over this, but like, the other thing is, okay, can we agree that the rating system that they have, which has been existing since the 1990s, is super outdated and needs to be changed, like now?
Yes.
Okay, now, just this is the other thing which makes me mad. R-rated, like, John Wick 3 is R-rated. Can you believe that? Like, it shouldn't be R-rated. They should really change the rating system. That movie should not be R-rated.
Why not?
Because nowadays, this kind of thing isn't, like, John Wick's kind of, like, the content level and stuff shouldn't be something which is restricted, you know? Like, for example, you should be able to walk into a theater and watch John Wick on your own without someone above the 18.
I actually did that one.
Like, I kind of did that, but we're not going to talk about how you sneak through theaters. But, like, anyways, the thing is, like, they shouldn't be saying, no, you need an adult with you to watch this movie. Because, like, someone like me and you, right? We should be able to walk into that movie and watch it because we're old enough, you know? Like, I understand, yeah, we don't want little kids watching. But at this day and age, why can't you just say 14 plus means you have to be over 14 to watch this movie, and if you aren't, you're not admitted. If you look like you're 2 years old, yeah, we're not letting you in this movie, right? But you I don't know. I think the rating system is stupid because it's like, no, we're going to rate John Wick, something which really, like, you want to rate something R? Rate Deadpool 1 R. Deadpool 2 shouldn't have even been an R-rated movie. Like, Logan, yeah, I can see that being an R-rated movie because of the way it is. But like
I went to see John Wick Chapter theaters. I went to see it for the second time alone. It was an 18+ movie at Cineplex, and they let me in. And
you're also huge. You're also really tall, so it's like not.
I guess it works.
It's not like like that at that point, I'm just like they probably didn't even because they only stop you if you don't look teen and you look 18. I wouldn't like So but the thing is though, that really enrages me. See, the thing is, movie theaters. Okay, do you want me to tell you something else that enrages me about movie theaters?
What?
The fact that they're so like needy about everything. They're like, no, Netflix, you can't put The Irishman in theaters because we're waiting. You need to wait 90 days to put it. And rather than just saying no, we're just gonna let it be because we're fine with 30 days because people go watch in 30 days if they want to watch it on the big screen. It's like it's movie theaters make me like really mad. That was a nice little rant type thing on movie theaters and stuff like that.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Do you have anything else you want to kind of talk about in terms of movie theaters?
No.
And movies?
Not really.
What about trailers? Do you have an opinion now?
Nah.
Okay. Mission Impossible. Let's just kind of move on to other brighter pastures. Mission Impossible. It exists. Did you know that?
Of course I did.
Of course you did. So they're gonna have a potential.
Haley Atwell.
Okay, way to ruin my thunder here.
Lol.
So they're gonna have Haley Atwell as the main female lead for the next 2 years. I have a question for you about this. Would you be okay if she took over for Tom Cruise at the end of these 2 movies? Because presumably he dies.
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
If they're taking an SJW turn like John did, I'm done.
Okay, but I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Is there any situation in which you would be okay with what they're doing? Like, in terms of, like, female taking over?
I don't have a problem with it exactly.
Like, if they said, no, this is the end of his character, and we will be spitting this universe off with a woman, not necessarily taking his place, but, in the same universe. Or maybe he retires. Like, what if the Continental focus is around a female? That's not.
Well, that's John Wick. You know me and John Wick. I'd watch anything John Wick.
But would you get mad at John Wick for that?
Not really.
Like you're getting mad at James Bond for the
so
female.
Awesome.
So you would be okay with that potential, with the potential female being the main character of the John Wick Continental series?
Yeah, because the female characters in John Wick they're so good and so well made and so well developed.
Okay. So you would be okay too if she took over maybe as like someone in that John Wick universe, right? And you would be okay with James Bond being a woman.
How they didn't know.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like you're gonna end up liking it, and you'll be like, "Oh, I was wrong." Yeah. So, what kind of now? Besides the fact that her taking it, what kind of role do you think she's gonna have in this movie?
IMF agent.
Okay. You think she'll be Henry Cavill character? Be maybe a villain?
Probably not. I don't know.
And do you think this will be a 2-parter?
Definitely.
So you think that it isn't going to be 2 separate movies? It'll be a 2-parter, and you think it's going to be a finale?
If there's 2 movies coming out one after another in a year.
In 2 years, yeah.
2 years, yeah.
That is generally because as soon as I saw that, I was like, it's a 2-parter. It's the end of Tom Cruise's character. It's over. I can see this 100%. It's generally how it works. Is if you do that and you announce that simultaneously for one after another, it means that because of the way that filming works, you have to actually film them back to back, and generally you want to film them back to back, which means it's going to be a 2-parter. And could this end up being? Could you see one of these movies maybe being 3 hours?
Probably, considering the runtime of Fallout, or maybe like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Or do you think 3 hours would be an overkill?
Not an overkill. I don't have a problem with 3-hour movies.
Because I think, personally, do you want to talk about something else I got a problem with? 3-hour movies. 3-hour movies are unnecessary. I don't think I've ever watched them, including Avengers Endgame, which is justifiable with 3 hours. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a movie that's justifiably 3 hours long. Yeah, I don't think so. Because this is my thing. Actually, no, I have. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood justifiably should be.
That was 2 hours. It was 2 hours.
Yeah, but I could justify why that could be a 5-hour movie. I think that could be a movie which goes on forever. But that's a rare case, and only because of one thing. Do you want to tell you that one thing is? It's a movie that isn't about the story or the plot necessarily. It's about that world, you know?
The 1960s.
And not only that, but this more fictionalized version of the 1960s, which you actually are getting. And that's why you have such this huge, huge divide amongst people. Because I can tell you right now, I know people who love this movie, and I know people who hate this movie. I know both of us, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I know you for a fact, and I know I, for a fact, love this movie. I also know tons of other people who love this movie. But I also know at the same time people who hate this movie. And I mean, I know we're going to kind of get into a side tangent here, but I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, people went into it expecting Tarantino, kind of, General Tarantino,
really
Reservoir Dogs, Inglourious Bastards, that kind of thing, you know? His movies are generally typically more violent. But this wasn't that. This was hey, we're going to take this 1960s decade, really. We're going to take this, what was happening in movies.
We're going to make two fictional characters, Cliff Booth and Rick Dalton, and we're going to bring, and they also brought in like a bunch of very well-known from the 1960s.
Well, yeah, we're going to take these events, like these characters, Sharon Tate,
Wojciech Frykowski, Roman Polanski, Wojciech Frykowski.
Yeah, we're going to take all these people, right? But what we're going to do is we're not going to base this off anything. Yeah, we're going to have the Manson family. Yeah, we're going to have like
Wojciech Frykowski. We're gonna have a younger
Sharon
Roman
Polanski, Sharon Tate, right? We're gonna have that, yeah. But we're going to put them. We're gonna put them in this new world, you know, a different world that isn't like anything. Like it isn't the 1960s. It's a fictionalized 1960s, really.
Yeah.
It isn't meant to be this real 1960s. It's supposed to be Quentin Tarantino saying, I'm going to basically design the 1960s in my own image, and we get to see that, and I love that, and there are great moments and great acting, and I mean, when we get into our awards talk later on, next topic, that would be a perfect segue into our awards talk. After I finish this little rant, we'll go into awards talk. But I think that movie perfectly personifies kind of what a 1960s movie should, like, you know, a world-building movie that's only about world-building and a little bit of plot kind of tying it all together is what it should be, right? So that's why you could justify something which is about seeing this new world and little stories that go on in this world and why it could be a longer movie.
Like 1960s movies, hippies, the Mansons, Hollywood, happiness all around, dancing, all that kind of stuff, Playboy Mansion.
And even then, though, I felt the way the movie was structured that it could have been shorter. He could have made the movie. It wouldn't have been as good, I don't think, but I think he could have made it shorter. And it did drag in some places. But a good part of storytelling, and at least from my view, is being able to tighten a story and make it only the important parts. That you don't need to show everything that happens to be able to still have the same effect. You know, If you have to make a 5-hour movie to tell a story, and you have to show everyone everything, and you can't make just, you know, show them necessary things, then I don't think that's a very good story, you know? If you're not a very good storyteller, if you can't shorten something. Now, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he did shorten it. Like, he clearly showed he is a good storyteller, but it could also work as a longer movie as well, you know? It works both ways.
Tarantino's movies are usually like more than 2 hours, so I think he wanted to maintain that routine that he has established with his fans already. That like,
I mean,
Hateful Eight are 2 hours and 30 minutes or something like that.
Hateful Eight released like an 8-episode extended cut type thing on Netflix, which is like I think like
a 4-hour cut on Netflix. That'd be smart.
They did. Hateful Eight did that.
With like more new scenes that people obviously want to see, like possibly more Cliff Booth.
He says it exists and he's talking about it. And like I haven't actually watched the 4-hour Hateful Eight cut but it does exist, and so.
Oh, I've seen it.
Is it better than the movie?
It's definitely a lot better. It was a lot better than the original.
So, but see that now I personally couldn't. I mean, maybe I could see how you could justify that. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, I'm super excited for Mission Impossible because that's what we were talking about before this all went down.
Yep.
Now let's talk a little bit about awards and TIFF stuff like that. Oh, speaking of 3-hour movies, there we go. Because if I'm not mistaken, the movie you watched was 3 hours long.
2 hours 30. Just
I thought it was 3 hours, but I could be.
Huh.
That's what I thought I saw. What movie? It was the Ford vs Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I swore it was 3 hours, but like good. I thought that's what people were saying when it's a 3-hour movie. Okay, so now people are gonna be probably saying, people who don't know what we're talking about when we say TIFF, people are gonna be saying, wait, that doesn't come out till like November. Like what day does it come out? 13th?
November 15th.
The 15th. There you go.
So
How
for
are
those
you?
who don't know,
How are
TIFF
we
is
talking?
just
Yeah,
for the
how are
record,
we-
TIFF is one of like the world's biggest film festivals, and
After,
it's
like,
just a bunch
Venice
of Venice, Canada, all that, and just a bunch of Hollywood actors come
Canada's,
together
yeah.
this week. Like we had Chris Evans, Matt Damon, Christian Bale, Daniel Craig, Nicole Kidman. We had a bunch of big time
Sebastian
actors come to
Stan,
Toronto.
Tom Hanks,
Everybody.
Joaquin Phoenix, Zazie Beetz, Robert De Niro,
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. You had both the Joker and the Batman. You had
Yep.
Robert Pattinson. You had Batman and Batman. I wouldn't be surprised if George Clooney was here. Ben Affleck might have been here. You had like Willem
Accountant too.
Dafoe. You had like the Daisy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You had a lot of people. And because the movies make their premieres here, that's the way film festivals work. Okay, Now that we've explained how a film festival works, Ford vs Ferrari, kind of give me your brief kind of summary on it,
This movie is just terrific. Like, there's no other way to put it. It was just 2 hours, 40 minutes plus of just.
What's it about?
It's about the competition Ferrari had back in like the 1960s, and how they were developing their cars to circle laps and to race in races that you'll see now in modern days, like in NASCAR.
It's a racing movie, right?
It's basically a racing movie, but
Cool.
between Ford and Ferrari.
Okay. And Matt Damon, Christian Bale, how are they?
Matt Damon was, my dad and I were big, huge Matt Damon fans, so we loved him in this movie. Christian Bale, we're kind of on him, but we both thought he was in this movie. But yeah, my dad and I, we saw this before Matt Damon. Him and I, we love his movies a lot, and we're huge fans of him. Seen Jason Bourne and a whole bunch of his movies, so we said, why not go watch another Matt Damon movie? So another dynamic duo, Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. For November, it's Matt Damon and Christian Bale in Ford vs Ferrari.
Can I disagree with that? But I will disagree with that momentarily. Wait, no, you said for November, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, cool then. We can just deal with October then. We'll have the dynamic duo for October. One of my movies, yeah.
You saw Joker and Untitled Chapter.
I did.
How was Joker? That's the biggest. Joker's the biggest movie of this festival. Putting that out there.
Yes, it was. It was the second screening of this movie. The first one was in Venice, and the second one, which was the North American premiere, was here. So yes, I did go to Joker, and so I go in right. Now, actually, at Joker, this is where kind of like a little bit of, there were people who were talking during the movie. I kept to stop talking by saying shh, really annoyingly. Anyways, this movie is, okay. Have you heard of the people who are kind of like, oh, this movie will be like Taxi Driver?
Nah.
Okay, well, don't worry about that because they're wrong. It isn't like Taxi Driver. I think anyone who says that is wrong. And anyone who says that he's the Joker is wrong because because this is the thing. He isn't the clown prince of crime. Like just it's obvious in the trailers and it's obvious just from how they're setting this movie up. He isn't the clown prince of crime in this, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a dude. He is this regular dude, and I think this movie is phenomenal. I'm telling you right now, as much as I loved Leo in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, if Joaquin Phoenix doesn't win Best Actor and he doesn't get an Oscar for this performance, then I will literally rage because his performance was phenomenal. Like, I'm gonna give Leo gets a nomination. He needs to win this. I don't care. He has done something which I don't think is. I think it would be considered a spoiler if I said it on. And I'm gonna try to avoid spoilers right now. But it's something which I would consider automatically an Oscar worthy thing. Todd Phillips, great director. Zazie Beetz was phenomenal. The story was great. Everything about that movie was great. You know, it was one of the movies.
Like a quality.
It's easily the best movie of the year. Easy. It was an easy, not even a question about it. I walked out. I was like, yeah, that was the best movie of the year. Bye, Spider-Man. That was the best movie of the year. No questions, no doubts. That was easy. Like that. It's not even. It's the best DC movie. No questions. It's something unique, you know. And again, if it wasn't something that wasn't appropriate for a podcast, which is not supposed to have swearing in it, I would have put what the director said before when he introduced the movie, but I can't. But he said it was
because it was a rated R movie, wasn't it?
It isn't rated R. It is a rated R movie. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But it was great. And on top of that, I also saw A Beautiful Day. Now, this is another movie where Tom Hanks deserves an Oscar nomination. Like, I could tell, and we'll kind of get into a little bit of awards talk, but A Beautiful Day, which was honestly another movie which was as close to perfection as physically possible, and the acting was amazing. This movie, literally, no joke, I walked out of this movie and I said, I feel like I want to be a good person, a better person. Like, this movie literally just makes you feel like you want to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
Which is something which, if a movie can have that kind of profound... Like, Joker, I ended up being... I had an emotion. Now, it wasn't, I want to be a good person. It was, I'm genuinely disturbed, shocked, and entertained. Which is another good emotion for a movie to give you. Like, that's not a bad emotion. Like, if you get emotion, that was the emotion they were going for. They didn't say, okay, we want you to think of being a good person after this. After A Beautiful Day, I was like, I want to be a good person. Like, it was that... Like, those two movies were phenomenal. Amazing. Loved them both. They were great. 100%. Easily some of the best things I've seen this year. Yeah, it was phenomenal. Now, and I highly recommend both those movies. And I know you're excited for Joker, right?
Yes. It's going to be a very good movie, that's for sure. From what you're saying, it seems like it's going to be a good movie.
And I'm not like, one of those stupid Rotten Tomatoes critics who are trashing it.
Can't trust the critics nowadays.
Do you know what the critics gave it?
Like 80-something%?
Oh, no, now it's in the 70s.
That's horrible.
It doesn't deserve it. And all these criticisms are all stupid. They're like, oh, it's not a Marvel movie.
Disney's not paying us.
Okay, Disney doesn't pay the critics, okay? So shh. They don't do that. They pay the people who pay the critics. I'm kidding. Disney
Exactly.
doesn't. I'm just going to check what it is at. Now, to be fair, so Dora the Explorer, the movie, has a higher Rotten Tomatoes score than the Joker.
That's embarrassing.
That's kind of how Rotten Tomatoes works. I'm just going to check what the Joker's at right now. Maybe it went up. No, it's 75. But can I read you some of the stupid reviews for this thing? I'll make sure they're on.
I've read some of the bad reviews. It's just a bunch of critics that want DC to fail.
Already, I'm giddy at the prospect of never thinking about this movie again. The predictable brand of cold-hearted cynicism is not worth your time. Seriously.
It's a bunch of critics that just want DC to continue to fail.
I'm trying to find the one that I read about it not being like a Marvel movie. Because that one was really annoying. Oh, this is another one I hated. There's probably a lot more fan fiction out there that's far more innovative, profane, and effective than the Joker. And proactive. That's the other one. This film might be one have been dreamed up by one of the cynical bros from The Hangover during a blacked out stupor. Joker isn't the traditional comic book movie and presents villains sympathetically in a cringe-worthy way.
Cringe-worthy?
I don't know what cringe-worthy they felt, but
Wow.
The film is a pretty dark place, and it only gets more miserable as it goes on with no relief in sight. That was literally a criticism. As a social commentary, Joker is garbage. Yeah, so that's the kind of thing people are saying about the Joker. And they're all wrong. So, there's that. So now also awards talk. Let's kind of do that a little bit. So let's kind of talk about Best Picture a little bit. I mean, I want to get to box office and then not make this go to 2 hours because that would be bad because we're trying
Here's the thing about me though.
Okay.
The only movies I've seen this year, 98% of the movies I've seen this year are action movies and not Oscar-worthy movies. So I don't know. I don't think I can say what deserves Best Picture and who deserves Best Actor and all that.
No, but who do you think, just based on what you've heard, and you have, because I can tell you 2 movies you've seen
I've seen
this year.
98% of the movies I've seen this year are action movies.
It's true, but you know about movies and I mean, sure, yes, I agree. I've seen more movies this year, which are probably more awards likely is the best way to put it. But I think for sure we can kind of agree on the fact that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it has huge awards potential. I
think Quentin Tarantino can win Best Director, and possibly Leonardo DiCaprio can get nominated for Best Actor, and Brad Pitt for Best Supporting Actor.
And then you
Brad
have
Pitt's
Margot
probably
Robbie.
Gonna win.
You get Margot Robbie for Best.
Going to win Best Supporting Actress.
I think you get Zazie Beetz as Best Supporting Actress for that movie. For Joker.
I think Brad Pitt has a really good chance of winning Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I agree. I think you could get Tom Hanks in there for Best Actor. I think you could also put.
You know who else I think should get for cinematography?
Who?
Two people, I think. Hoyte van Hoytema for Ad Astra and Dan Lawson for John Wick.
I think Ad Astra's got a good chance. If it beats Endgame for visual effects, I will kill the Academy.
That's what happened to Infinity War last year. It got beat.
Shh. I thought they canceled the visual section and they just said least favorite movie. I thought that's what happened. Oh, am I misremembering things to make it seem more better for me or more ideal for me? Probably. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll have to talk about awards movies closer to awards time, but I kind of just wanted to kind of shove that in there as a part of that kind of TIFF talk. But, we did. I also think Bale and other dude will get something, nomination.
Christian Bale, Matt Damon, possibly, yeah.
Now are we ready for box office?
Yes.
Okay. We don't have any predictions because we didn't do it last week. But we will do the weekend box office for September 6th to September 8th. So at number 1, or should we start? Let's start at the top. Oh, number 10, we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, by the way.
Hey.
So now number 5 is Fast and Furious. What?
Should we also mention the predictions we wrote?
We wrote them for a while ago, though.
Oh, right.
Actually, do you remember what week that was? And we could just kind of look and just see if we were right.
I think it was the September 6th into the...
No, it wasn't, because we didn't do one last week.
Oh, right.
That was one of the weeks before It Chapter 2 came out.
Yeah.
It might have been the 30th, the 2nd.
I don't know. I don't remember.
So we'll just kind of move on with that then, and then we'll just kind of... So at number 5, we have Hobbs and Shaw Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. I mixed that up. With 3 million.
Not bad.
We have The Lion King at number 4 with 4 million.
Solid.
We have Good Boys at number 3 with 5 million, or 5.4 million. And then we have Angels Fallen at number 2 with 5.9 million. And at number 1, we have It Chapter 2 at $91 million.
Big box office destroyer.
Oh, speaking of, have you seen It Chapter 2?
Nah.
Oh, you haven't?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I thought that would have been something that was totally up your alley, just because of the cast.
McAvoy, Chastain. I mean, James McAvoy is awesome. Horror movies is not my thing.
Okay, well, on that we agree. Horror movies are bad, generally.
Yes.
Well, that's good. I'm glad we're eye to eye on that.
We agree that horror movies are bad.
There's some good horror movies, but generally they're bad. A Quentin Tarantino movie would be amazing. That'd be the first horror movie I'll probably love. Yeah, I mean, do you want to do predictions?
Yeah.
Because we're actually going to try to do this next week.
For which week are we going to predict for?
We'll be predicting for this weekend. So we'll be predicting for Friday the 13th through...
Ooh, spooky.
Oh my god. I'm surprised they're not really releasing a Friday the 13th movie today, but you know.
What movies are coming out except for Downton Abbey?
And yeah, it's a Sunday the 15th. Really?
Next week I know there's Rambo Last Blood and Ad Astra.
Yeah, that's the 20th.
Yeah, that's going to be... I don't know what to watch first, Ad Astra or Rambo.
What? So this is what you do, okay? So on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
You get a 7-ish showing of Rambo,
Okay.
and then you finish Rambo, right? And then you walk straight. Then you go and you get the
10 p.m. show to Ad Astra.
10 p.m. show to Ad Astra.
Smart idea.
That's what you have to do, right? Do you know
Yeah.
why? And you
Why?
got to watch Rambo first because sorry, watch Ad Astra first.
All right.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because if Ad Astra ends up not being a good movie, Rambo for sure will be.
Definitely.
So you got that.
Smart idea. Good planning.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what you got to do. Now let's talk. So Downtown Abbey, does this make money?
Oh wait, sorry. Downton Abbey comes out next week.
Oh, it does. Damn it. Does anything come out this week?
This weekend was The Goldfinch and Hustlers.
Oh, Hustler. That movie did well apparently.
Yeah, like 87 on Rotten Tomatoes.
But apparently it's a really bad movie.
I don't know.
No, apparently it's actually really bad, and it's not at all a good movie.
All right, let's do your prediction.
Okay. Hustlers though. What's that tracking for?
Hustlers. It's like Hustlers in the chapter and The Goldfinch.
I want to see what the tracking is for Hustlers. Oh, never mind. Okay. Hustlers #1. It's tracking for like 28 million debut or something like that.
Jeez. 2?
I'm gonna have to see what the Goldfinch is tracking for. Hold on. Oh, Box Office Pro, the greatest thing. So 7 to 15. Well, Hustlers is looking for the 9 to 17. And then what are we gonna look at? I just want to see what it's looking at. It chapter 2's looking. Hustlers #1. Okay, what? How much do you think it's gonna drop? Do you think it'll drop 40%? 40%?
Yeah, probably.
Or do you think it'll drop more or less? Sorry.
Probably
less.
40%.
Okay, I'm going to say It Chapter 2 is #2. The Goldfinch is #3.
4.
Angel. No, Good Boys.
5.
Angel.
Fallen. All right.
Okay, what are yours?
I'm gonna go for it and say It Chapter 2 top will stay #1.
Okay.
Hustlers 2.
Wait, if you think It Chapter 2 is gonna go #1, and people are saying you could get it 84 million, and It Chapter 2 made 91 million.
I don't know.
You think it's gonna?
I got a feeling. I got a good.
If it does, that would be like if it goes from 91 to like 90 or so, it stays above 84. That'll be like around a 10% drop. That'll be nuts for me.
Horrific. Hustlers 2, Goldfinch. I'm gonna say Goldfinch 3.
That's like betting championship.
Last week, what place was Good Boys?
It was 3.
What about
last week or this week?
Last week.
Like the week we're doing or the week before that?
A week before that.
Oh wait, I can just look at. Sorry, it's #2.
What about Angels?
1.
Okay, I'm gonna say Angels Fallen 4.
Okay.
Not because of my subjectivity towards Angels Fallen, but from
because it's also newer.
From what I can depict in Good Boys 5.
And the only reason I didn't say Angels Fallen above Good Boys is just because I think Good Boys has more legs than Angel Has Fallen.
Maybe.
Because Angel Has Fallen will be going on 4th week, and I don't know if a movie like that gets a lot of rewatches compared to a comedy, just generally.
I'm someone who rewatched it.
You?
Yeah.
There's that, yeah. Because just generally from what I know...
London Has Fallen was better, but Angels Fallen...
I haven't seen it yet. I have to watch it.
London Has Fallen is the best.
I love London Has Fallen. I have to watch Angels Fallen. Yeah. That was a pretty good show, I think.
Yeah.
So, just a few other little house. Don't forget to follow us on social media.
Yeah.
Because that's also important. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment if this is on YouTube, if it's on podcast. And now, to be honest, sorry, I don't know what I did something to our podcast when I was trying to do some stuff, and now I'm not sure what happened. I'm just gonna quickly check it, see if it's on Apple Podcasts. I know it's on a few places. I think it's on something or another.
Yeah.
I will fix it though. Don't worry. Anyone who's listening to this, you should be able to watch it on Apple Podcasts along with every single other one of ours. I just think I had to reapply it in iTunes as being dumb and taking a long time. But yeah, if you're on a podcast thing, then come to us and come to our YouTube page and subscribe and stuff like that, and like and comment. And I'm just gonna go quickly see if I actually got any responses with that, like, little
trailers and movies.
whole thing. No, I didn't get any responses. But, of course, so I have it's 83% yes and 17% no. I didn't actually get any reasons.
I hear the thunder outside.
Oh, yeah, rain. It's
Rain's
raining.
coming tonight.
Yeah, so, honestly, that's about it. I mean, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that we need to say. Share. Oh, check out our Endgame audio commentary and
Yes, that too.
our Infinity War one and our Ant-Man and the Wasp one and our podcast from last week or 2 weeks ago and our San Diego Comic-Con special podcast from 2018 and 19 and all of that stuff. And comment about what you think about tickets and movies and stuff like that if you stuck around this long. Yeah, so see you next time. Oh, and iTunes. Yep. If you're on iTunes, give us like a rating or star thing, whatever. Okay. Yeah. That's it. I think.
Bye.